Fake to Miller, who blocks Freeney, going deep. Oh, he's got Fuller! That is a touchdown! No flags, 59-yard strike. What a throw and a run by the fleet-footed Will Fuller.
And play action gets it done. You look at Earl Thomas, he steps up, and once he steps up, he can't recover quickly enough for the speedy Will Fuller.
Intercepted, picked off by Thomas. Earl Thomas with the foot race. Brown won't get him. That will be 6. No flags. Touchdown.
Earl Thomas. DeAndre Hopkins said this is the best safety in football. He is reading the eyes of the quarterback the entire way. He knows where Deshaun Watson wants to throw the football. To DeAndre Hopkins inside on the slot against Richard Sherman.
5 in the secondary with a second down and 10 for Wilson. Here comes Carney, who is knocked off that time. Time for Wilson to the end zone. Caught for a touchdown. Richardson. Wilson kept it alive. No yellow on the field. Touchdown, Seattle. Wilson to extend the play.
Well, just watch the effort by Russell Wilson. Once he spins out, he's got the wherewithal to keep the ball in a throwing position, keep his eyes down the field, and find a wide open Paul Richardson in the end zone. And this is where Russell Wilson is so special and so unique.
With a second down and 10, Deshaun Watson going deep to the side. What a catch! Hopkins grabs it. Sherman defending and put him to the 22-yard line of Seattle.
Cornerback like Richard Sherman, he's in great position. And then the quarterback just simply throws the ball behind the shoulder of Richard Sherman, and DeAndre Hopkins makes an excellent adjustment for the football. Poise and patience in the pocket.
Second down 8, a lot of misdirection. Watson to the end zone, caught for a touchdown. Sherman beaten by Will Fuller. His second touchdown reception today.
Hold on in the backfield before he even sets up to throw the football. You think it's going to be a screen, a little swing pass, and then he comes all the way back across the field and finds Will Fuller in the corner of the end zone. And Richard Sherman gets turned around thinking that Fuller.
Third in rush yardage. Second down and 8. Lacey with the block. Maneuvering niftily is Wilson. Heaving it deep. Caught at the 10. Johnson was beaten, and what a catch made by McAvoy. Tanner McAvoy. First catch of the season.
It's Russell Wilson slide to his left as he steps up to set his feet. He's going to get hit. But he puts enough air on this to allow his receiver Tanner McAvoy to make the adjustment.
Well, first and goal at the 7. Lacey is in there. Wilson, touchdown for the second time today. Receiver Paul Richardson.
The goal line, but look at the stretch you get. You talk about a difficult throw. Moving to your left as a right-handed quarterback, he puts it right on the number.
Foreman, the rookie out of Texas, in for the first time as a back. They need the 24.
We're even running for it.
He wants a block, and that's exactly what he got. Alfred Blue is the one to make the block. They're very close to a first down. Watson.
Yeah, they're dropping 7 in coverage and rushing 4, and you look here, there's some space in the middle of the field. And he has the wherewithal to not only pull it down, but understand where the first down marker is and then turn it up and get violent on the boundary.
Rawls remains. We have the second down and 10. And down the middle, here they go. This is the fullback, Trey Madden. Wide open and being chased. Joseph from behind. How do you like that? First catch of the season.
Division in back-to-back years playing multiple quarterbacks.
He dances by one defender, and it's intercepted again. This is Richard Sherman following blocks and down to the 16. Tackled by Martin, the center.
Have to see out in front of throws. He locks in on the crossing route, but what he never feels is Richard Sherman on the sidelines, and he's going to jump this route. He's in zone coverage. He drops off his assignment, and now he sees the crosser. And once he sees the crosser, he jumps it. That is just baiting a young quarterback. Oh, you like this one-on-one up top.
Watson was looking at it. Slides away again. Throws for a touchdown. Caught by Miller. 2-yard strike. Texans on top.
Watch him get spun around right here. And then he has the wherewithal to tuck the ball away and not panic and find his running back, Lamar Miller, waiting in the end zone. I mean, not a lot of quarterbacks can make that type of play. Guy just can't squeeze it.
2 tight ends. Rolls in the backfield. 2nd down, 10. Going deep. Oh, and he's got him. Lockett. Ushered out of bounds by Gilchrist. Big play right there by Seattle. Down to the 20-yard line of the Texans.
You get with the linebackers. Russell Wilson gets his head back around, and Tyler Lockett, he starts to the post and then he works back to the corner. He is wide open.
Rolls in, nickel secondary, 3rd and 8. Wilson, and caught. Richardson, he was working on Kevin Johnson. The catch to the 10, they got the first down.
Tries to make an aggressive play here. He loses his footing and almost lets Richardson get up and score here.
Lacey is in, the fake there to the end zone. Touchdown! Jimmy Graham.
Just watch the eyes of the defender, and Graham sneaks out. They never feel the tight end in the back of the end zone.
2nd down, 7. Hopkins looking for a block. Giacomini gives it to him. He also got one from Martin, and there he goes. It's a foot race, and he is in for the lead.
Well, look at the blocks out in front. You see the right guard and tackle. You see the slot receiver, Bruce Ellington, and then this is what you want if you're a Texans fan.
Walls in the backfield, 2nd down and 10. He gets away from Clowney. Chased by Reeder. And out of bounds he goes.
Off of play action again. It's not there. He steps up. Now watch this effort from your veteran quarterback. Watch him dive here at the end for the sticks.
Spins away again. Got away from Lamar Houston, who gets back up. Can't bring him down. He's got the first down. There goes Russell Wilson to the 20-yard line. 11, and right there, 21 yards.
And the Texans have been hurt by quarterback runs. It's the hidden yards. Look at them kick through that tackle right there. They're giving up about 20 yards a game. That's a couple first downs a week. Look at Russell Wilson. He pulls it down. He looks like a running back. He's extremely smart when he runs with the football. He knows how and when to slide.
Hand signal there by Russell Wilson, 1st and 10. Intercepted! Picked off by Marcus Williams. Big time pick. He's out of bounds at the 8. The Texans.
Well, Marcus Williams actually runs the route for Russell Wilson. He jumps this route the whole way. He knows the out's coming. He's in front of the receiver. I mean, great anticipation by Marcus Williams.
With Rawls in the backfield, 1st and 10 for Russell Wilson. Look at the time. Sidestepping and throwing. Richardson, what a catch! Beating Gilchrist, bouncing back up. He's down at the 33. Paul Richardson does it again. 47-yard completion.
Richardson, he just out jumps Gilchrist. Just a terrific effort. Look at the leaping ability of Paul Richardson.
10. Rolls in the backfield. Wilson, caught, touchdown! Graham!
I mean, I have no idea what Gilchrist, the safety's doing. He's running over the top, and they turn Jimmy Graham loose right down the middle. And as a quarterback, the quickest way to the end zone is right down the middle of the field to the tight end. It's also directly in the vision of Russell Wilson. Let them complete the ball underneath.
4-man rush, 2nd down and 20.
There it is.
Going deep and intercepted by Sherman. Seattle's going to win it. 2nd interception today. Sherman picks off his 2nd. And the Seahawks will win their 4th consecutive game.